Well, that was so weird. I do not know what happened. I hope some of you can join me again. Hello, welcome or welcome back. I don't know why it cut off. Yeah, I really don't know what happened. My screen just, it went bing and then it turned black. It was so weird. I am really not sure why that happened. But anyway, here I am. Yay, hi Samara, welcome back. All right, so in the subtles, the new colors were Bubble Bath, Lemon Lolly, which is a pretty yellow actually, and Lost Lagoon. And then they carried forward Fresh Freesia from the in colors that retired, the rest of them retired, which were Polished Pink, Pale Papaya, Soft Succulent, and Evening Evergreen. But of course, I don't get rid of them because, sometimes they bring stuff back. Now, I might at the end set up one of these so I can show you how to do it with the labels and stuff on the back. Okay, so in the brights, we have Azure Afternoon and Berry Burst, which I showed the other one. That's a returning previous in color. And they moved Pumpkin Pie out of Regals and into brights. And they retired Pacific Point and Bermuda Bay, which I think is ridiculous, but anyway. And then they replaced Soft Suede with Pecan Pie. That's another core color. And then the end colors that I got in ink were just these three. And I kind of was iffy about this, but I thought it would be all right for flowers or some vintage kind of stuff. All three of these together look pretty. I just didn't get the wheat or the gray. Yeah, exactly. I do too. The cabinet where I store my inks or the paper. I don't know which cabinet. I have a Stampin storage ink cabinet that's made for these, and I store them. It has 5 columns with 10 spaces for 10 ink pads because there's 10 in each color family. And then at the bottom, it has about a 4-inch high open space, and I keep my ink pads like Memento and my blacks, my Stays On, my Versamark and stuff under there. Oh, Harvest Gold. Yeah. How ugly that. Oh, Harvest Gold. Well, yeah, the wheat. Yuck. Now I did for the ones that I got ink pads for, I did get all the refills. Because I figure if I'm going to invest in these ink pads, I'm going to make sure I have refills for them all. So I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but I have 8 because I already have the Berry Burst ink. So I'm really interested. See, this looks like the old labeling. This one has a new label, so I don't know. Maybe they did change some of, but some of them look like, I don't know. Just the Lemon Lolly has a different kind of, just looks different to me. Like most of these have white lettering, but that one has black lettering. It looks different. Don't know. And I also got, which I'm not gonna pull out during this because it'll just crinkle. I got all the Stampin' Blends. Amazingly, for the in colors, they have the Stampin' Blends. So that's the only place I bought the Wild Wheat, plus in that paper pack. No, I didn't. I just placed an order, Jen. I'm not a demonstrator. Nope. Not a demonstrator. I actually found a local demonstrator. So this will crinkle too much. I did make a mistake because I bought another Pretty Peacock, but I already have my other one. I didn't realize I had one from before. And I also did get a new Daffodil Delight because mine was dry. I think that's the only repurchase I have. But all these colors I got blends for as well. All right, let's move on. unless you want to see how to set up an ink pad, I'll do that at the end. Okay. Now, before I do that, I also did place another order for these. These carried over from last year, loose daisy embellishments. I love them. I got another bottle of Stays On cleaner because mine is almost empty. I didn't realize it wasn't in the spray bottle. So I'm going to be pouring this into this spray bottle. See, mine's getting low because that's the only thing I found that'll clean when you use Stays On. And then I got these metallic enamel effects. To me, they're sort of like the pearls, but they're a bigger bottle. These are, it says 1 ounce, but they're taller than like Perfect Pearls or Stickles bottles, which are about this big. And the colors are copper, gold, and silver. So I thought they would go with anything, right? And I can use them if I don't have dots, but I have dots because I showed them in the very beginning. If you missed that, because nobody was on in the very beginning, come back and watch that part. Okay, let's move on. Also, as part of my Stampin' rewards, actually, I think this was my 50% off item. I got the little monkey stamp set because I just thought it was adorable. When my daughter was young, she was always hanging upside down on the playground bars and stuff, you know, how they are. And both my granddaughters have been into gymnastics. Now, the one that is in college now, she hasn't been doing gymnastics lately, but the youngest one kind of followed in her footsteps and is in gymnastics. So I thought that would be really cute. And I can add other sentiments because I don't know if I'd use these other than little monkey. I might put a happy birthday little monkey or something like that or whatever. But I thought it was adorable. And the bundle is with a punch called the Little Monkey Builder Punch, I believe. And it has the banana, the monkey, these two little circles, which are the ears, I believe. Or maybe I think they're the ears, like ear inserts. And then this is like the little face thing. So cute. So that I got in rewards. And then I did get a standalone. Oh, wait, I missed another rewards. Oh, hang on. I got a paper as part of rewards too. Now, I was on the fence about this, but I saw the projects in the catalog and I thought it looked really cool. It looks like torn paper scraps. And that's probably what they did is they tore up other papers and made a scenery. Isn't that cool? Why don't I think of doing stuff like that? Oh, well, sorry you're having problems with your wrist. So this is called, oops. Oh, and these I store in these pockets. And I get them off Amazon too. I changed. These are from Samsil Scrapbook Paper File 12-pack. So I was getting a different kind, but there were only 3 in a pack and they were more expensive. They were a little thicker, but these are gusseted, so you can actually fit more sheets in here easily. Or they're nice for like if you have other collections with other stuff to go with it. So here's the other side of that. That's the Berry Burst. Yeah, isn't that pretty? And then this is one of those that you can just cut it and make 4x6 cards out of it. It looks sort of vintagey in here, but then really bright here. But again, it looks like real flowers, but on torn paper stems, or paper flowers on paper stems. I just thought it was cool. And this is Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon, I believe, on the back. So I really love the examples of this in the catalog. This one's gorgeous too. All these bright, cheerful colors. That would make a really pretty birthday card. or any kind of cheer me up kind of card. Now here, I like the mauve. I guess I'm glad I got the mauve. And this is it looks like, well, dies and whatever was in there. I only got the pay rewards. Not really free because I spent a lot to begin with. Yeah. So this is another one. You can just cut the strip out and use it, or this has like, it doesn't look like it's newspaper print, but faded. Really pretty. Ooh, that might be my favorite one. I don't know. I like blue, you know, and green. So I know there's pretty peacock in here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at the colors. There are some lines in here because it's all based on like newspaper again, like the columns. And here's the other side of that. Also pretty peacock, very pretty. Yes, welcome back. You lost me again? Looks like it's still going on my screen. No, it is a beautiful sunny 68-degree almost day here. I don't know why I'm losing you. Maybe it's YouTube. I don't know. And then an all over flower print. And woo! That color is Lemon Lime Twist. I didn't show you that, did I? Or I did in the paper, I think. That's a returning color too, which everybody loved when it was here, except me. I'm not. Yeah, they do have. At first, well, I'll be honest with you. When I first looked at the catalog, I wasn't particularly wowed. But the more I looked at it, which is what happens. Okay, this is called Masterfully Made. There's a suite, I think, of the same name on page 23 to 24, and the paper's also on page 132. Azure Afternoon, which is the blue, Berry Burst, which is the purpley bright color, this color here. Crushed Curry, a yellow. Fresh Freesia, yeah, okay. Lemon Lime Twist, Lemon Lolly, which is the new yellow. Lost Lagoon, which is this lighter color that goes with Pretty Peacock. Melon Mambo. Night of Navy. Okay, that's here. Pretty Peacock, we already talked about. Pumpkin Pie, which of course is the orange. And Sweet Sorbet, which is a current in color, which is I think it's this one, this color here. Sort of a, I don't know, orangey pink. So that is Masterfully Made. And all I got out of that suite is the paper, and I got it free. Okay, so now I think I finished the rewards. So I'll move on. All right. I got another set with a punch called Circle Sayings. This is a 2 3/8 inch punch. I tried to get stuff that wasn't like things I already have. Yeah, lemon lime soda, right? And it definitely is a fruity look. So I didn't have a circle punch this big, so I got it. And also, I really just like this. I like the sentiments. Warm hello, because you're awesome. Smile, or smile today. Happy birthday and thank you. Thinking of you, sending you a cupcake or celebrate and put the cupcake in the middle, or just this beautiful scene, or seashells. And if you stamp it a couple times, you'll get like a wreath kind of thing. And same with the flowers. And then there's also sunshines. So, they don't sell the Stamparatus anymore, but if you have a stamping platform, you might want to use it for that. I have on order a Altenew stamp wheel because it has a thing where you can just pick up the top and turn it, and it'll be good for making like a wreath kind of thing. So I have that on order. It was a pre-order situation. So I'll play with this on. I might play with it before that when it should be coming in next month, I think. But anyway, this was a bundle with a punch. So I have another circle. I like circle punches. I just love them. Okay, now Another standalone bundle I got was Seasonal Branches. This was not in a suite. Just a photopolymer stamp set because you can put leaves or berries or flowers like, what are they called? Cherry blossoms on the branches here and here. And it just looked beautiful to me. Of course, the little bird I love. May you feel sheltered in the love that surrounds you, sending an abundance of love or thanks, or get well wishes. You're in my thoughts and happy birthday wishes. So you could make this like fall with just the berries or spring with just the berries and make them green, like the buds on the trees when they first start to bloom. Yeah, this was a must have for me. The leaves can be either green or they can be fall. And then this is spring-like with the cherry blossoms. And I'm not sure what this is for. Oh, and the apple. I didn't even remember that. And then just separate cherry blossom and leaves. So I thought it was really pretty. And of course, there are dies to go with it. All of these cut out what's in here, except these are standalone leaves. I like how they did that. They attached them together, but they all cut out separate. So you get 5 leaves and 3 of the little cherry blossom type flowers. And there's an extra branch here also, plus the ones, 2 of them, plus the ones that cut out what you stamp here. So really pretty. And Stampin' Up, this catalog finally decided to call their dies by the same name as the stamp set. Yay! Because I always would write on here. In fact, I did anyway because I'm so used to doing it. Okay, here's what I do. If my stamp set has coordinating dies, I have these little jot color coding labels. I put a blue one on for anything that has coordinating dies. And then I write on the front what catalog it's originally from. If it carries over, sometimes I'll write the new one on. What the dies are and the number, and if there's a bundle number, which sometimes by the time they carry over, the bundle goes away. But I write it on there anyway, even though I'm not selling. It's just habit. And then on the dies, my habit was coordinates with stamp set, Seasonal Branches, and the catalog and the page numbers and stuff. So if I'm using it, I can tell you, even though I'm not a demonstrator, I still like to be able to tell you. Okay. Remind me to come back to paper later. So I think those are the only standalone things I got, other than the ones I showed that I got rewards, for rewards. And if you missed those, go back and rewatch the first part 1 earlier. So I'll show you this one first. This one I was on the fence about, and it's called Stargazing Suite. And the suite is on page 86 to 87. I didn't really like the stamp set too much, but I loved the paper and I loved these dies. Now, I have circle dies, right? And so at first, that's why I was on the fence too, because I thought I can use other circle dies to make planets. And I thought, well, maybe I can use an oval. But I didn't have any ovals that were like this with the multi-layer rings. So I decided to just get the whole thing because I figured if I'm going to get the dies, I might as well get the stamp so I can use these. And I've always had a thing for astronomy. So I wanted to get this whole set. Which one, Judy? This one or the Seasonal Branches? And then this is not part of the suite, but on page 118, they have this background stamp. It's a red rubber stamp. And I thought that would go really well with it. And originally, I was just going to buy the paper and this stamp because I don't know. The stamp here didn't thrill me. And maybe the dies because of the ovals, but I decided I just get the whole thing. So the suite has this bundle, and then this paper I'm going to show you, which is called Stargazing. It's a 12 by 12. And let me put these other things down so I can get a hold of this to show you. Okay. This is pumpkin pie color. That would be nice for fall, right? But like a galaxy kind of thing. I love that. Night skies. And this has some purples in it. And the back of that is these kind of stars, which it looks like Night of Navy and Azure Afternoon, probably the new color. I'll read you the colors at the end. And this one, another galaxy thing. And I believe this is Berry Burst and something else. Maybe Mauve, I don't know. Oh, the seasonal branch. Oh, the space and the seasonal branches. Okay. Oops, sorry. I'm covering up my mic. I keep forgetting I'm wearing it now. So I love this one with all the planets and stuff. I just love that. And the back is dark night stars. So pretty. So, usually I buy flowers. I didn't get too many flowers, maybe on the seasonal branches. And this one, it's like a, what do they call that? A wormhole or something they go through with the spaceship. And that has to be lemon lime twist. And this one, I love this one even more than that other one. Let me show you the two comparison. There's that and that. Okay. And the back of this, these colors. See, Moody Mauve on here, I think it goes really well. And there's the back. So lots of night skies with the stars and then the planets and stuff, which you can die cut with the dies, I'm sure. I know that these match up. Let me pull those dies out. Because if you look at the sizes, we have an itty bitty one, right? For these little guys. And then sort of a medium, another medium. I mean, definitely these are going to cut out with the dies. So that's good that I got them. So that is the paper, and the colors officially are Basic Black, Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Blueberry Bushel, Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Night of Navy, Orchid Oasis. So Orchid Oasis is a current in color. Pumpkin Pie and Starry Sky is 2. And Tahitian Tide, the turquoisey color, is 2. This color here. I thought it was Azure Afternoon, but it's not. It's Tahitian Tide. What cut Saturn? Let's see. Let's look at that. You might have to cut it out in 2 pieces. Let me see if I can find that again. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Because it have to be this big one, but it doesn't look like it'll work. Yeah, I don't know. Unless you cut the circle out and I think I'd fussy cut that one, honestly. And same with this little one here. But the other ones will cut out, and then if you wanted to, you could put one of these rings around it separately. Yeah, good point. Those won't cut out. Good point. Okay. And then let's see, was there anything else in? Yes, there's something else in this suite. One sec. And it is going to be hard to show you because it's holographic trio specialty paper. It's on pages 86 to 87 or 127 in the catalog. And it basically is holographic plain. And then Berry Burst, I believe, holographic plain, meaning no design. And then there's this one, which is holographic, but it has that design on it. That one's really cool. Yeah, I don't fussy cut much either, Judy. So I would just cut the circle part out, or cut a circle out of one of the other ones and then do the die and put it around that. Yeah, so the holographic paper is part of this suite, which is called Stargazing. So in the suite, you get this bundle, the papers I just showed you, and the holographic papers. Okay, so that was the first suite I bought. And the only other suite I bought, one second, I have to reach it on the floor, was one, I don't know why, but when I turned to this, I just was like, I have to get that. It was me. And it's called Earth and Elegance Suite. It's more neutrals. And I guess because I'm a Capricorn, I'm an earth person. I like earth tones. Like I like pecan pie and copper clay and stuff like that, you know. And this was different. I have planters, like hanging planters, but I didn't have any that stood on the floor kind of thing. And I thought this was really cool. So the stamp set, Earth and Textures, says, "Thank you. You're proof there's good in the world." I need to send that to a few friends. You always know just what to say and do. Your thoughtfulness is much appreciated, and with gratitude. And the dies are really beautiful. They cut these out, obviously, and the branches. And this go with that wheat color, but you know what? I'm not going to use the wheat color. I'll probably use crushed curry. Yeah, a book would be good with the other one. Uh-huh. Which one, Judy? The Earth and Elegance or the planets? But I think this is gorgeous. It's like a texture. Let me take it out of the plastic. This is a red rubber stamp set, a cling stamp. And again, I put the blue on it. And I wrote where it is in the catalog and which catalog. So I love the textures. And there's a separate weedy kind of thing, you know, ferny thing. And then you can die cut the 3 branches here. And then there's this design, which in the catalog, I think they put, I can't remember if they put it on one of these pots or something else. I don't know. I can't remember. And then, of course, this cuts out your smaller and larger pot. I just thought it was cool. And I'll show you the papers in a minute. I think this suite only had, so what I do with these, I stopped putting them on magnet except for the ones that are like basic shapes, like circles and squares and stuff like that, that I know I'll probably keep forever. So I turn this inside out. I basically take them out and I put the dies to the front so that this label thing isn't trying to get through onto the dies, and I just store them that way. And I keep ones that are coordinating with the stamp set on my shelf. I usually just have them stacked like this and then the dies sticking out, which is another reminder the dies are there. Some people take them out of this and put them in the case, and some people take everything out of the cases and store them all in stuff like this. So I figured even if I would take them, I don't think the rubber ones would fit in this case. I'd have to put them in a different case. So I don't do that. I just leave them like that. All right, so the paper is called Earth and Elegance, and it's nice neutrals. I'm going to read you the colors first. Copper clay, gray granite, misty moonlight, moody mauve, pebbled path, which is the new gray I don't have, pecan pie, and pretty peacock. You put your dies in the case, do you? I think Paige used to do that too. I don't know if she still does. Yeah, I like this stamp set too. So this is the first paper. It almost looks like pussy willow plants, if you've ever seen those. To me it does. Or little cotton buds or something. It's really pretty. And then the back is just, I guess this is the misty moonlight. So that's that one. And then this is the mauve, Moody Mauve. I'm going to get moody when I use Moody Mauve. And I guess this is Pebbled Path. I don't know. That would be nice for a masculine card, though. Has like a textured look, but it's not textured paper. And then I think this is Gray Granite. It's definitely lighter than, yeah, than Moody Mauve. I mean, than Pebbled Path. And it has sort of like it looks like how you stitch leather together almost. Yeah. Ooh, pretty peacock. Love that. I love that color. So to me, these can make very lovely cards for any gender and any occasion. And that's probably why I liked it. Oh, this one I love. This is the copper clay with some other colors in here. I love that color. Copper clay is going to be one of my new favorites, I think. And again, Misty Moonlight, which has that same texture we saw in one of the other ones. Almost looks like it could be like blue jeans but with streaks on it. Really pretty. I don't know what that pointy design is called, but the points going both ways. Really pretty. And then this one this reminds me of when I was in I don't know if it was 7th or 8th grade. It was in middle school, which back then they called junior high. Anyway, we did, what was it called? You got a piece of metal, which I think was copper, and you did a design, but you pushed it so that the front of the design pushed out from the copper. You know what, Judy? I have some mood beads. Yeah, color changing mood beads. Yeah, they're made out of some kind of clay. I have some in my business inventory. I actually have sold some of those rings and or earrings even. Although earrings won't change color so much because they're not really against your skin. Punch art, maybe that's what it's called. But you used like carving tools and styluses and stuff to push it out. And I made a fox. Which I still have somewhere, I think. Ooh, that's pretty. That looks like ocean to me, sort of. So the sky's not really oceany looking, but doesn't that sort of look like ocean? Pretty. But anyway, this reminded me of that punch art, I guess we'll call it, like Judy said, because these, even though they're not dimensional, they look like they have that punch out dimension to me, to my eye. That's pretty. And then this one, we have drips. Dripping paint on copper or something. I don't know. It's just unusual. And then different color drips. In grays, the mauve, the peacock, the misty moonlight, and the copper. All the colors that are in the paper. That's probably my least favorite out of the sheets, but you know, this could be an all over pattern for any occasion also. So that is Earth and Elegance. I really loved this suite. It just spoke to me. And what's unusual, hang on. I didn't get any of the sets except maybe that circle one that people were showing in the pre-order. Maybe the monkey. The daisy one I really liked, but it's a 2-step stamp, and I stink at 2-step stamping. Plus, I have a lot of daisy stuff. I didn't give up my old daisies, and I still have a couple more things to show you, but they're not stamps. So I didn't get them because I just thought, yeah, I have stuff like that already. And I have other older paper I can use. So the other two things I have to show you are specialty papers or other papers that were in the back. So this one is called soft shimmer specialty paper, 12 by 12, and it's on page 127. I don't think it's part of any suite, but you get Berry Burst shimmer. I keep holding this against my microphone. Berry Burst. I better read the colors. Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, Lost Lagoon, Night of Navy, and Pretty Peacock. You get one of each. So here's Berry Burst, and there's Bubble Bath. That'll be pretty, right, with the bubble bath. And here's Lost Lagoon. What was the blue they said? Night of Navy. I was going to say it looks darker than Misty Moonlight, and Pretty Peacock. So these are gorgeous, and they're on page 127. They're white back, and they're not super thick, but they're thick enough. I mean, not as thick as the cardstock, but you maybe don't want that if you're adding a layer onto your cards or something. You don't want, you know, it to be super thick, but that would be pretty with some die cuts and stuff too. So I did get that specialty paper, and then the last paper I got is this one. And thank you for the thumbs up on either this video or the other one. Sorry. This is not part of any suite either. It's on page 130 of the annual catalog, and it's called Gorgeous Gingham. Because I wasn't sure at first I was going to get... oh, I'm sorry. The Earth and Elegance suite also has this ribbon in it. I forgot to show you that. I set it aside so I would show it to you with the suite instead of the ribbon. It's just this textured... wavy trim, they're calling it. It's a 1/4 inch wide, and it has this texture on it. So you could actually stamp one of those vases or whatever, pots, and, you know, layer this onto it to add real texture to it. That would be cool. And it goes really good with the pecan pie. So yeah. So this is called Natural. It's on page 144, or part of the Earth and Elegance on 70 to 71. Wavy trim, 1/4 inch. Okay, so back to this paper. Gorgeous Gingham. It's on page 130. And it had colors that I didn't think I had too much paper anywhere else with the colors in it. So this is Blueberry Bushel. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 of 6 different colors, I believe. So this is Blueberry Bushel. There's the front, and there's the back, a small check like. Then we have Lemon Lime Twist. Same thing, eight papers like that. And Pretty Peacock. I had to get stuff with Pretty Peacock in it because I love that color. And the small. And again, I thought these would go good if I make some cards with the pie dies that I have from a different company, or the pie that's in the is it So Cool? Forget the name of the stamp set already. One of the ones I got for free. Then I don't know what I did with already. Anyway, this is Berry Burst. And this looks like pecan pie. Yep. Punch art using thread and cloth. The closest thing I could find to what you were... Oh, metalwork? Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody do that technique anymore. Maybe because metal got too expensive. I don't know. But we did it in, I think it was 8th grade. I think it was my 2nd year in middle school. So how I store my 6x6 papers now that are loose, or that once I open a 6x6 paper pad, is in a freezer, a quart-size freezer bag, because I can keep the scraps in there and they don't get all over the place. And I can write on the white strip what it is, where I got it, even if it's not Stampin' Up. And I just fold this over. And I got this idea from 907 Crafty Life, is it? Heather. 907 Crafty Life, I think is her name. And she stores them in a drawer. I don't have them in a drawer yet, but maybe someday. So that's how I store my 6x6 paper. All right. So I don't know what I did with my other stamp sets that I got for free. Oh, they're by my other foot. In case you missed them in the first video, I got that as part of Stampin' Rewards. This is the one I was just talking about, has a pie on it that would go with that gingham paper really well. Or even you could use like these with berry burst, or this one with strawberry on, because there's cherry and strawberries there. I thought this would be good, either of these, for younger people. Sorry for the glare. And then this I got from my demonstrator as a gift, which was on my maybe next time list, because I love this tackle box die. My dad is long gone, but I do have a brother and son-in-law and cousin that are, male. So not all of them fish, but some of them used to. So anyway, I thought that would be cool. I'm looking forward to. I saw somebody pop up in my feed today, but I didn't watch the video. They did a dimensional tackle box, so I'm looking forward to watching that and seeing how they did it. All right, so the, the last thing is, I told you I would show you how I set up my ink pads. So let's use a color that you can maybe see good. Which one do you want me to do? Azure Afternoon or Pecan Pie? Let's do Azure Afternoon, just because it's a pretty color. So on the back of all the ink pads, you get these labels, right? And there's English, I believe, French. Oh, look, they have 2 English on here now. Is that true on all of them? They have 2 English. Wow, that's new. It used to be 3 languages, English, French, and German. Now they gave us another one, and then a plain one. So I take off maybe. And also this whole thing where the little color notch is peels up like this. So you can peel this up, push them down in so they stay there. Get rid of that. I always take this whole thing off once I get this done. Now, some people might use tweezers. I usually don't, except maybe for the inside one. So I take the one of the ones that's named, and I put it on the opening part of the ink pad. And then what I do is I take a black Sharpie, excuse me, and I write on it what color family it is by putting a B for brights. So I hope that's right, because that's what I wrote on there. And then I take off the one that doesn't have any words on it. You could use the extra one in English now. Excuse me one sec. I'm so sorry. Let me take a sip of water. Ugh. Talking too much. I'm not used to that. Okay. Anyway, you've probably seen this 100 times, but I just thought I'd show you. Open it up. Flip it. And this I put in here. So sorry. If I was if I was doing a video, I would pause. Anyway, that's what I do. And then I stick it on my shelf over here. So that's what I have, and I just have to do that for all of these. Oh, and then see, usually I take these off, but maybe maybe now that they have 2 in English, in case this wears off, I'll leave those on there. And occasionally, the ones on the inside, for some reason, fade, like, for example, and even on the outside. This is crumb cake, but look how that changed. It looks green, and so does the inside one, and it's not green. Um, but I've already thrown out the other languages, so maybe I'll keep them in case they stay. I'm okay. I'm just have a tickle for some reason, and I can't pause a live, and I'm almost done. So yeah, it's just making my eyes water. I'm not used to talking so much. uh, anyway, um, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do is just do all these, and then these. Some demonstrators label them. I don't, and I have a Stampin' storage, and I think 3 Stampin' Up marker holders that I have the retired colors all in, so that I could have room in my Stampin' storage for the current ones. And they're on my desk next to each other. And I just stack them together, light on the right, dark on the left. Sometimes I mark them on the ends, but not usually. So anyway, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed. If you missed part 1, please go back and watch that, which shows what I got in rewards. There were some other ribbons and that beautiful paper called Masterfully Made. That was a beautiful stamp set too that came with that, but I think I have one that's retired that'll work with it just as well, so I didn't get the rest of that suite. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, everyone, and, I don't know, let's see, I'll be back tomorrow with a collab and also Saturday, with a collab, and then I'm not sure after that. Sometime next week, probably. Alright, thank you for watching. Let me put in here. Thank you for the thumbs up, yes. And hugs, love, and and peace to everyone. Hope you have a wonderful rest of May, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.